win at home, and the win at home will really put them in early doors, a great position in this Group D. Elias Lassisi, 16 points in the league win at the weekend, really found some offensive rhythm and put up some really decent numbers. You saw Jean-Marc Mouema, who is the real heart and soul of this group. Vincent Kessilu, most promising player in the Belgian League in 2015, really starting to deliver on that potential. So as we say, it's only week 2 of the Basketball Champions League, but a win here for Ostend at home underlines an excellent start. Would see them go, at least temporarily, to top this group, and really surprisingly see Besiktas sit with an 0-2 record and holding up this Group D after just 2 weeks of Basketball Champions League competition. Here's the third team on the floor, the 3 officials: Zurapovic, Skausas, and Manos from Bosnia, Lithuania and Greece respectively. And it's important they do deliver a performance as a team, always a real sign of a quality refereeing crew. Travelling fans always a feature of Besiktas on the road. This 6,000-seater arena, sparse in some areas, but building up nicely as we are just a couple of minutes away from week 2 action of the Basketball Champions League here in Belgium, the home of the Belgian champions. Besiktas the visitors, and Besiktas trying to come back after a disappointing opening night defeat at home last week. Besiktas last week, defensively is where their problems were. Gave up far too high a percentage, especially second half, when they really did let Avellino dominate tempo. Here's the starting lineup for Besiktas. Augusto Lima, by his own admission, was disappointing last week. Strawberry, Boatwright, Daibler and Weems will complete the starting lineup. A all non-Turkish lineup for Besiktas. But as I always believe, it's the quality that comes off the Besiktas bench for coach Ufak Salichka. Currently did a great, superb job with Besiktas last year, second place in the Turkish league, and really did put a great series of results together in the Champions League, and just lost a last 16 time. Starting lineup for Ostend about to appear. Kestilu was so good last week. Dusan Djordjevic, 6th year on the team. Johnny Chakili on the inside. Chase Pfeiler. And Elias Lassisi is really too strong to say surprising, but really has taken on a role with this group because Dalia Zhuzhka, well, he's part of the fixture here at Ostend, long-term head coach of the current #1 team in Belgium.
React on their aggressiveness and board control, okay? Us, stop.
Well, there's a long way to go. 300 games in the Basketball Champions League. I think it's continental tournament for clubs around the world. Qualification by performance. And as I say, every week's a big week, but for Besiktas, you do not want to start with an 0-2 record. You do not want to dig that hole.
32, John Bieber, and number 34, Kyle Wing. Natuurlijk ook Elias Lassisi op het veld, dames en heren, voor de starting 5.
Well, welcome to the Sled Arena here in Ostend. Ostend in the yellow uniforms and Besiktas in the black. And we're underway, and Ostend will have a first look at it in the half court. Djordjevic will hand it off. A lot of activity away from the ball. Screen for the screener. Besiktas trying to make a statement in this first 24, extending the defense hard. A lot of dribble. Wrapped. Salou for three. Is buried it from deep. Patience, great execution. And Kestelou comes out the gate hot again. He's got the first 6 last week. Just nails the 3. Oh, great action. Lima blows the dunk. I'd like to say it was rejected, but Lima just couldn't connect, couldn't complete. High-low action. And Ostend look there, can't go. Now they go down low. Kestelou looks underneath. Great find. For 3 from deep is long. Defensive rebound pulled in by Carl Williams. Chance to run. That's the way to finish. Augusto Lima gets his second look at the throwdown and does not turn it down the second time of asking. Whistle on the play. And Ostend will handle it on the end line. Well, there's that wrap around with the early 3. Kestelou gets his feet set. Beautiful stroke. And we've just got a slight technical conversation. I'm sure the officials get control of that one. So, not quite entirely sure what the dilemma is, or was. I don't think we've resolved it, but we're underway. Djordjevic comes off the sideline screen, little pick and roll, and the bounce pass. Ball knocks away. He just couldn't finish. Besiktas have a chance to run. But Ostend, as they showed last week, their defensive transition is incredibly good. Tough shot on a step back. Lima keeps it alive. Strawberry has. Weems, feet set for 3, knocks it down. Great ball movement, great reaction to the offensive work by Lima to keep it alive. Nibbler with the early extra pass on Weems. Nothing but string. Djordjevic. The open 3 is good. Lassisi knocks it down again. Djordjevic, nice find, quick release. The defense got dragged down by the look at the penetration. Just enough separation. Strawberry wraps it. Lima goes inside, down low. Lima, great first step, goes through traffic. Tough finish. Tough finish, showed a lot more aggression coming out the blocks this week. 4 points early, the Brazilian. Djordjevic, feet set for 3 off the penetration. Great work to hunt that one down. Strawberry pulls it in. Tough finish. And Besiktas, points in transition. Straight up the defense. Ryan Boatwright, great vision down the floor. Strawberry with what he made look like an easy finish, but under a lot of pressure. Great finish, great execution. Ronnie Jekili gets the finish this time. Both teams sharing the ball really, really nicely. Again, same play. Extra pass. Boatwright moves it on. Davidov with his feet set for 3. Count it. That is how to move a basketball. Djordjevic gets himself mid-range. Finds that skip to Kestelou for 3. Way off. Took a little too long almost. Didn't really have the same rhythm. Strawberry out top. Daibler again, feet sour, went for the pass to Lima. Lima's looking at the ring, expecting Daibler to let the shot go. Djordjevic, mid-range 2, way short. Chance to run with numbers. Strawberry down the lane, inside, extra pass. Boatwright, feet set for 3. Is long, defensive rebound. Is corralled in by Tony Jakili. So Besiktas will come out with a nice rhythm offensively. They lead it 12-8. Skiri can't handle the pass. Ball will belong to Besiktas. A little too complicated on the drop off. Elias Lassisi, big impact on the program. The 25-year-old, 16 points last weekend, so he's in good rhythm offensively. Boatwright gets the ball screen for Miru, doesn't roll. Weems has his spot mark, knocks down his second 3, 15-8. Besiktas have the lead. Simple. And Kestelou gets dragged in to help. You cannot help one pass away against this team. Otherwise, Weems et al. Will punish you. Skiri down low. Right hand is fouled. And Lima picks up the personal. He's got to keep it straight up. Fury was having to take the tough shot. Oh, 1 for 2. Lima on the quick ball screen. Great hands. Kestelou stayed one pass away that time. Djordjevic gets the 2. Looks at the official, wants the call. Difference last time where Kestelou gets involved in the help. But Chase Fieler didn't. Stayed at home, one pass away, comes up with the steal. Jean Salumu checks in. Step back by Boatwright. Finds the bottom of the string. Lumu, little hesitation. Drops it inside. Great drop step. Jakili, definite move. You just love the way he just held his space, big time drop step, draws the contact, will go to the free throw line again. Lima picks up foul number 2. Every coach has been there. Every coach will relate. Coach Jejad's emotions there. Claps the second one. 1 for 2 again. The travelling Besiktas faithful. Boatwright will get Besiktas into the half court. Gets the second screen. Great play. Little staggered screen. Lima with no help. Just throws it down. That's the second screen. And no one wanted to get involved. Skiri with a throwdown. And this has all the similarities of Besiktas' game last week. They didn't have problems scoring. They did have problems trying to stop the opposition. Strawberry for 3 is short. Great look. As he goes up, cannot get the two to drop. Kiri on the glass, and they're going to give the ball to Besiktas. As Jakiri falls out of bounds with it. Or are they? Just need to check that. So ball will stay with Ostend. Besiktas taking care of business on the glass at the moment. Wow, poor decision, indecision. Great recovery though. Kiri goes up, is blocked. Foul call from behind. Referee straight on it. Scotia wants at least a foul. The other way though. Poor decision by Loic Schwartz, but great work by Tony Dakili. He finds himself on the line again. This acts as Myers this time on the line, sorry. Mike Myers, player of the week in week 3 for Ostend. Goes 2 for 2 from the line. Brings them within 3. With 3 to go. The first. Ginan Safari has it out top. Great curl. Diver with his feet set. Is short on the 3. Schwartz gives it. He tries to find a pass. No pass coming out. Going the other way. Besiktas with numbers. 4 on 3. Just find the open man. Great. Ostend's defensive transition is just very, very efficient. It's only outside. We'll hand off. Well, Feiler was late, but the offensive movement by Besiktas is a joy. Great movement, great spacing, but Ostend did an almost perfect job staying with it. Feiler was just a little late, gets caught for the foul. Ostend's first foul though. So he goes inside, outside. Weems from this side of the floor, can't get it to drop. We just got over 2 to go in the first. Great tempo to the game already. Well, Schwartz can't get the 3 to drop. Myers is on the glass, but just only succeeds in knocking out of bounds. Jean-Marc Muema will step back in, as will substitutions coming in off the Besiktas bench. Eseoglu will check in as DJ Strawberry will sit. Tolly, long 2, is long. Great work again on the glass. Diver for 3, count it. Wow, with his feet set. He's out of the top draw and shoot the basketball. Diver picks up the 3 on this replay. And we'll open it back out to a 6-point advantage for the visitors as Ostend want to talk it over.
Here is the first goal. Here is the last man. But after the shot, we need to go on the board. Too much mistakes what we do down there and getting 3 C's here. Hey, we are weak in the defense. Guards don't fight through. First of all, first guy don't set. Now this guy sets up. We need to fight through. On number 32, you are high.
Well, a nice set of offensive numbers, and you can see.
Hey, from the pick. Now. Hey.
Joshka is not happy. Not happy because he doesn't think his defense is getting through. He's fighting over. He's just being physical enough to take Besiktas out of what they want to try and run. And as you saw from Besiktas's field goal percentages, they're pretty much getting what they want. So Ostend really do have to, well, as coach says, it's not about the what, it's the how. Are they quick enough, they're aggressive enough to get through the screens? The rules are pretty clear. They just have to be a step closer, a step quicker. Schwartz will advance it against some three-quarter pressure, little double team action. Salomu gives it up. Myers underneath. They move it on. Salomu has it. Great defensive effort by Besiktas. Myers on a pick, slips. Salomu needs a pass, wraps it, extra one, wide open. Schwartz for three is long. Well, both teams showing great composure. Deep in the shot clock. Still working it to get the open one. Just over a minute to go in the first. Serglu moves it on. Solly mid-range two, drops it. Schwartz again fills the double team, gets it off. There's a whistle on the play, that'll be shots. That's one of those things that kills you as a coach. Sideline, no chance of really getting the steal. Weems picks up the personal. Jean-Marc Nguema. In fact, no, it'll be Elias Sasisi going to the free throw line, trying to cut this to a 6-point game. Well, Ostend just under 60% from the free throw line. Besiktas have not made a trip to the free throw line in this first period. Lasisi will sit down, as will John Diver. Can't get through the drop. Utef had a good look at it. Ostend's chance to eat into this lead again. Do not take advantage of it. Schwartz with the offensive foul. Ryan Boatwright checks back in. 31 seconds. Weems will sit. Besiktas opportunity here to potentially make this a double-digit lead and knock down 27 points in the first period. This team, when they're, if you let them move and let them play quick, they're a tough ask for any team. Boatwright takes the high screen. Sanli will run. Boatwright fires up the three. Is long. Offensive rebound. Foul on the play. Ostend have fouls to give. Kenan Muktaf with the offensive board. Boatwright trying to hold for the last shot of what's been a thoroughly entertaining first quarter. Boatwright breaks the defense down, gets in the lane, little dump off to Sanli for two. Patience, and good things happen to those who wait. They waited right to the bottom of the shot clock. Boatwright gets three shots around the ball. Sanli times his cut to perfection. They pick up the two. And Besiktas have been good on the road here. They lead it 26-17. Well, Besiktas with 70 and 40%. Against 43 and 29, well, that gives you a 9-point lead. No trips to the free throw line for Besiktas. And I think, while it's not always an indicator, lack of physicality defensively is really hurting the Belgian club at the moment. It's been an impressive, as you can see from these highlights, impressive start to this game on the road for Besiktas. One, they've kept the home team to 17 and kept their percentages under control. But offensively, they have been very, very impressive. Points across the roster. Weems, Deibler and Lima all with 6 apiece. Sarnley chips in with 4, Boatwright with 2, Strawberry has 2. Still having issues on the table. I'm sure we will resolve those soon. Well, all the questions being asked of this Ostend lineup at home. It really does. They look a little bit leggy coming down the defensive end. They've really got to step up the intensity defensively. They're a step off. Great ball movement by Besiktas. And ultimately, that's been the difference. They move the ball effectively. This is the last thing that Besiktas would have wanted. They started the game in really good rhythm. Now they're having to wait. There's the technical delegate trying to work out what is going on, as we are. You can see Coach Salichkal really does want this game to get underway. His team, great rhythm, wanting to play. Does not want his team to lose that rhythm. Coach Cheriska continues to make the point. We try and explain it to both coaches. Cheriska's not going to be happy because his team is really in the ascendancy, really has great rhythm offensively. The defense has been good, but offensively they have moved the ball so well. Cheriska unhappy too. Well, now looks like each team's going to have the opportunity to put a member of staff on the technical table. Obviously, it looks like they're not going to be able to resolve this fault during the game. They're going to have to make the most of the situation. Not a great scenario at all, but. Here we go, start of the second quarter. Besiktas with the possession, with the lead and with the momentum. In the black uniform will have the possession at the start of the second. Lead this 26-17. Very impressive first period by the Istanbul club. Either inside, outside, Basoglu steps back, gets it to over again, a little pick and roll action. Got a foul on the play as Salumu wanted a little bit too much. Taf will inbound. 2 off the screen action is good. Kina Sapahi was very good coming off the screen. Inside, outside. Moema in the corner for three is short. They've become a little bit three-point happy, Ostend. Team effort on the glass for Ostend. Chance to get it back into single digits. Swartz has it in transition, tries to turn the corner. Moema, all energy. But you've got to credit Besiktas' defense, not over-helping, staying in the passing lanes. That makes the extra pass. This is a tough ask for Ostend. Spider back in the game. Sports out top. Quick first step. Transition for two. Great block. Great finish. Great follow by Weems. If you outwork your opponent, good things happen. Besiktas increased the lead to 13 just on effort. Now Ostend have to stop the bleeding. Get back to what they run was so well in the half court. Spend some time with the basketball. Djordjevic will take the ball screen. Looks to reposition on it. Nice find. Beater for three is off. It's a battle on the glass. Great job by Myers. Just made it his. Was not going to just give that one up at all. 1-on-2 on the glass. Just outworked his opponent right there. No one wanted to put a body on him. And he's going to draw some contact. Third option out of bounds. Tough move off the glass. Myers can't get it to drop. Chance for Besiktas to run. And Besiktas again in transition. Again in sort of secondary break territory. Sabahi with his feet set for three. Defensive rebound, and Weems is putting up some numbers in this first half. Sabahi, well, look at the ball screen. A little stagger on that second screen. They pick the picker wide open on the pick and pop. Weems can't get it to drop. Great break, but Slimy can't handle it. And Sabahi will sit. Just kept alive. Chance of Besiktas in transition again. Boatwright will advance it. Little crossover, goes up strong for two. And just when you're getting back, just when you think you're set defensively, must then give up another easy two. They probably need to talk this over. 6:20 to go in the half. And they trail by an increasing 18 points. Great change of pace. Boatwright goes up strong, lays it in. Oh, got what it deserves. Something from the weak side comes over the block. And Ostend at the moment can't get a foothold in the game.
Foul number 9, Jean-Marc Moynihan. First foul.
Moa picks up the personal. Timeout. And Ostend really do need to talk this through. They're moving the ball well, but it's are really struggling to create. Besiktas, in fact, take the timeout. This is Kariska trying to force home the advantage.
Sorry, Maxim. Yes. Sertaç. Erkan. 4. Erkan 4. Ryan. Get the ball. Then Erkan. Yukarı geliyorsun. Pick for Maxim. Decoy pick. Clear out. Clear out. Diber. Pick for Erkan. Sertaç. Pick for Diber. Yani buradan Maxim boşalttı. Erkan. Sen yüksel. Pick for Erkan. Sertaç kıvrıl buradan.
Coach Salitsky really trying to force home the advantage he currently has. His team lead this 35-17. They're shooting very, very good numbers. 41% from 3, 66 from the 2-point range, 56 overall. They're winning the battle on the board 17-11. They've had a lot of opportunities at the defensive end to rebound. 9 assists against only 2 turnovers. Besiktas at the moment, until that moment, were so efficient. Offensive foul call. Diablo looking confused. Djordjevic really does need to start asserting himself. It was so important last week. He needs to have the ball in his hands. Has it now. Nice look to the higher post. Inside, outside. 7 on the possession. Djordjevic wraps it round. Great defense by Besiktas. Everybody really understood the rules then. Everyone in the passing lane. Great pass. Great sharing of the ball as Salih just finishes. We've got a 20-point lead. And Besiktas, at the moment, trying to win this in the first half. Sani goes up, gets the 2. This team moves the ball as well as any team in this competition, bar none. Halfway through the second quarter, they lead at 37-17, and Ostend, at the moment, do not have the answers. Plenty of time left in the game. Djordjevic really does need to start leading this group. Limu sits down. Assisi comes back. The right people are on the floor. They've just got to deliver. Here's Djordjevic. Starts right now. Wants the ball screen. Gets the ball screen. Shaqiri going baseline. Offensive foul. That is how to seal the baseline. Get in stance. Contact on the chest. Watch this. Diablo just moves his feet. In stance. Great defensive effort. And the wheels on the Ostend wagon are firmly off. Salih again, they're into this all motion set off 3 screens. Jaff moves it on. Boat right for 3. Doesn't get the roll. Ball's kept alive. Mwema comes down, but chance to run. Mwema gets it off. Assisi. Djordjevic gets a touch. Needs touches. Needs a lot of touches. Assisi with feet set for 3. The lid is still firmly on that basket. It's an 11-0. 6 minutes for Besiktas. Mutaf inside the 3. Knocks down the long 2. And Ostend pointless for over 6 minutes. Does this end the drought? Yes, it does. When will the assist? Ismail with the 3. And the scoreboard on that side of just ticks over for the first time. Boatwright needs a lift, gets one. Up open for 3. In and out. Ball will belong to Ostend. Just need the possession at a time. They can't look at the 19-point margin as Kestelou steps back into the game. Possession by possession is the only way Ostend have got to look at getting back into the game. And Djordjevic has really got to impose his will on this team. They've really got to execute, and he needs to ensure that happens. Takiri in the post, feels the double team. They go back into him. And travel called. And defensively, it's like a clinic. If you want to see how to play man-to-man defense with pressure, this Besiktas lineup is putting on a clinic. Lima back in. Narrow screen. Boatwright turns the corner. Weems moves it on. Moutaf for 3 is off. Lima with the offensive rebound spot well and truly sealed. 2:40 to go in the half. Besiktas lead by 19. Looking to build on that lead. Boatwright doesn't get the drop. Wants the foul. I think it's actually his own player who came into the back of him. Kestelou takes the tough runner. Doesn't get the drop. And the ball will stay with Ostend. Well, the angle was tough. He almost managed to manufacture a shot, but still only a 3-point quarter for Ostend. Djordjevic will get the ball screen from Fila. Well, Kestelou, little hang time for 2. Kestelou gets great movement away from the ball. Watch him just almost sneak in as the defense got frozen on the interior, on the inside pass. Boatwright looking for some space, can't find it. Moutaf with a green light, that's why. Khalil Moutaf with a big time green light from the bench. Knocks down another 3. Djordjevic, nowhere to go, takes the tough 2, doesn't get the drop. Great work on the glass. Johnny Jakili just putting a shift in. Sivahi checks back in for the last 1:36 of the half. Besiktas lead this 41-22. Referee, headphones on. Talking to the director, I think, wanting to see a particular play. Well, let's just ask the questions. We're looking at a replay. These guys, you can tell he's obviously pleased with his performance at the moment, but he's not happy at this situation. Yet another break in play. Referee stood at the table. really sure what they're checking to try and find out for you. Well, Ostend, chance to regroup perhaps. They trail by 19. They've shown signs of trying to get back in. This has only scored 5 on the quarter, which has absolutely enabled Besiktas to take control of the game. Well, whenever we're ready now. Johnny Jakili back on the free throw line. Makes the first. Goes 2 for 2, and they really needed 2 for 2. Again in the half court, 5 on the possession. Who wraps it, extra pass, got to get it away, just about beat the clock. And great work on the glass. If you want it, that's what it means. Chance to run though the other way. Wide open, 3 in transition, it's just buried. And Ostend looking for a way to build momentum going into the half. Ostend with his feet set. Just absolutely nails it.
Sen oynayacaksın. Buraya yaklaşma. Burada kal abi Kenan. Maxim, Erkan, Kaya Sertaç. Erkan buraya switch bile olsa.
Well, the rebound battle getting closer as Besiktas cooled down a little bit offensively.
Şuraya gir. Eğer çıkmıyorlarsa şut belki buradan Sertaç. Okay. In offense. I cannot call timeout. Chin up, okay?
Circle inbound for Besiktas. Full court pressure, trying to take some time out of this 24-second possession. Zibahi almost mishandles. Great pass, great cut. Left hand hook is no good. Also, they can't complete the play. Ostend, after trailing by as many as 19, have a chance to cut this to 11. Tyler lifts. Kid gets it at the high post. Got it. Credit is Besiktas defense. That's going to go to them. All about effort. They'll have a chance to build on this 14-point lead. It's all about the defense. Quick hands by Can Muktaf. It's one of those momentum moments of a game. 14-point margin going into the half. 19.4 seconds to go. And Boatwright will advance the basketball. Ball's knocked away. Great effort. Well, we talked about it being a momentum moment. And I think the referee's got it right about where the ball possession should be. I'm not sure he's seen every little bit of contact. Let's have a look at the first one. There's the steal, great hands, tremendous effort. Cisse, and then the ball's going out of bounds. Ostend will take the timeout, 3.9 seconds to get the last shot of the first half away.
Be out. Where is Tim? This is Jean. This is Ellie. Jean.
Immanuel Erkan, others matchup set.
First option is Jean. Jean, hey, clearing, you pop.
Well, those top scores. Lima again, 3 successful field goals, 2 of them dunks early in the game. And subsequently coming back into the game has been a little anonymous.
First option is Jean, nothing. Second option is Ellie over Rap, okay? Third option, you flash, you in, okay? Aye.
3.8 seconds. Ostend have it. Chance to finish this. Slumu steps back for 3. Way short. That'll do it for the half. A half that at one point looked like it was getting out of hand for Ostend. They steadied the ship. They trailed at the half. 41-27. But Ostend back in the game. Well, the 3-point numbers for Besiktas cooled down a little as that half developed, but rebound numbers get a little close. Both teams moving the ball beautifully. And Besiktas really do take care of it. They value the possession. Well, they're the game leaders at the half. Top scorers Weems and Jakili, 8 apiece. Salni had a big contribution off the bench. But it'll be the Besiktas locker room that's going to be a lot happier. Good start though for Ostend. Estelou started where he left off last week. Lifting, getting set, knocking down the 3. But then this guy took over for a short period. Augusto Lima with 6 points early. In addition to the 2 dunks and the 2 that he made, he missed the dunk early as well. It's a good story. It's a story of Besiktas moving the basketball just that much better than Ostend. Putting more pressure on Ostend. Their defense, when they get it right, no help one pass away. They really do fly with the balls in the air. So Lima with his 6, all from dunks. As well as the ability for this Besiktas team to move the ball, defensive effort. Only way to describe it, defensive effort is just not there. For Ostend, they're just a step off the pace of Besiktas. As we saw last week in Bonn, they can score in a hurry. Well, they also shared the points incredibly well. Besiktas lineup. Eight guys have scored. They share it. They take open shots. They challenge the defense to actually play defense, force them into areas of the floor they do not want to finish plays from. So we'll just leave you with the rest of these highlights. It's all to do for Ostend, but they finished the half strongly, put themselves back in the game. It's all to play for in the second half. We'll be back shortly, and we'll see you then. Well, welcome back. Both teams back on the floor. Would have been an interesting Ostend locker room. 7 minutes pointless in that second quarter. Finally found a way to tick it over. And then ended up with a fair bit of momentum going into the end of the half as Besiktas themselves slowed up. Chikiri really did kick things off really well for Ostend at the beginning. Has 8 personal. But the impressive thing for Besiktas is the way they shared the ball. Only 3 turnovers, they take great care of it. 11 assists. Eight guys on the score sheet. But that's very similar to last week, and they were good in the first half last week, then Avellino slowed them down. Besiktas couldn't really go to call it a plan B if you want, but Avellino slowed them down, made it a little bit more of a half-court game, and Besiktas did something that they only did once in the whole of the Basketball Champions League last year. They dropped the home game. So the technical delegate trying to sort out that issue they've had with the, I think it's the 24 device. Throughout that first half, it looks like it's been resolved at the moment. Oh, Boykwright. Impressive first half for him. 4 assists to go his 4 points. Another interesting difference, or the way that Besiktas have changed things up a little last week. Today Strawberry spent a lot of time at the point. They put a bigger lineup on the floor. They seem to have at least shelved that this week. And Boatwright, and then a combination of Mutaf and Sipahi have shared the responsibility at the point and have left Strawberry at the 2, which is a much more traditional way for this Besiktas team to set up.
We hopen natuurlijk dat het sneller worden voor ons woensdag niet zo zijn. Dan houden we op de hoogte van de veilige storen. Kom maar, mensen, jullie allemaal clap your hands!
So we still have some technical issues here in Ostend. So both sets of players going back to the benches. Well, when the delay starting in that first half, you were worried that Besiktas, with the way they'd got some rhythm going offensively, would be adversely affected. If in fact worked the other way, as Ostend went pointless for 6 minutes in the second period. difficult for the officials. Black players, they're wanting to get into the rhythm of the game. To continually have this delay and stop is going to be difficult. So it doesn't work for anybody. Both teams are back on the floor trying to stay loose. So they don't expect, it appears it doesn't, they don't expect to resolve this within minutes, should we say. So this guy's one of those things. Very important moments like this to stay with the controllable sort of theory. There's no point in anyone getting too uptight, too affected by it. They're not going to start until they're ready. So try and keep yourself focused. The difficulty is not knowing how long this is going to go on for. Besiktas fans will always look to keep themselves occupied. Can't underestimate the job that Coach Judica has done here at Ostend. Joined in 2011, 6 championships later. He has really built a platform for this program. Consistency by trying to retain players such as Dusan Djordjevic. This is his 7th season here. Salumu, also 6 seasons. You've got to have that side of continuity to build programs. Now, if you had your IT support now, someone would just say turn it off and turn it on. Count 10 seconds and everything is fine. Very sound technical advice. It look like we're rebooting, we're unplugging, everything's going on that table. And it's going to be a frustration for these fans. They're going to have to try and get back into this game as soon as we get underway. It's definitely an issue with the statistics side of the technical table. If you're watching this game with, as well as the pitchers watching the live stats, you'll see that has come up with a game hasn't started message. Well, we all know it's been going on, so there's an issue that technically is proving a little difficult to resolve. Well, the referees are now asking the players to clear the floor, so obviously we're expecting some action. Just to take a look at this Group D, with Nymburk winning this evening, with a very, very impressive win over Aris. There's already 3 teams with a 1-on-1 record. Nanterre and Avellino will play tomorrow. And at the moment, only Telecom Baskets Bonn have got an 0-2 record. Besiktas get the win here. Going to be a lot of teams on the 1-on-1. And after 2 weeks, we're almost at that start point again. We knew this was going to be a tight group, and so it is proving to be. Here we go then. After all the delays, thumbs up from the table. That's what you need to see. Getting back to the old school of technology. A thumb up will do it. And Ostend will have it in the half court. First possession up. Besiktas built this lead on defense. Again, pick it up. Moema straight in. Inside, help comes quickly, inside, outside. Djordjevic with a tough one, turnover, great defense again. Tremendous defensive effort Strawberry moves it on. Boatwright comes back to collect. Fiber outside, looks down low. Well, he goes with a jump hook, gets the drop. Straight to the gut of the Ostend defense. Jagiri's just playing too soft off the ball. If he gets it that deep, he's going to finish. Djordjevic, again, has got to become a factor. He goes up off the glass, no good. Chance for Boatwright to run with numbers. 5-on-3 break. Besiktas just have to find the open man. Solly gets it off. Boatwright takes the three, drops it. Great start for Besiktas after the break. Defensive series for two with just tremendous execution in transition. Boatwright drops the three. Back out to a 19-point lead, and the home team have their back firmly against the wall. Blocking foul. So unsubtle, shall we say, to be kind. Djordjevic tries to turn the corner, kicks. Mwema beats set for three. Just in and out. Ball's hunted down, but it will end up. Jagiri fills the double team. The loop for three is no good. Defensive battle on the glass. And Jagiri just outworks everybody. Besiktas will pick up the team foul. Skaric is not happy, but which coach ever is in these moments. And there's the hold by Sani, because Jagiri's just trying. He never got position, just became a wrestling match. Hands by Boatwright, stops it going in under the hoop. Defense again by Besiktas, just fundamentally really sound at this end of the floor tonight. Djordjevic goes with a little runner off the one step. Great sign for Ostend if he can get himself going offensively. So we'll move it on. Jay Strawberry with the quickest of quick first steps. Just ripped it through and went. Draws contact. Ostend pick up their first team foul. Djordjevic gets the personal. Pablo inbound will hand it over. Boatwright gets the high screen. Feet set. Off the screen for three. Count it. Quick release. And Besiktas get it to a 20-point margin. 7.5 minutes to go in the third. And the home team, after all the positive outcomes of last week's win on the road, are on the wrong end of a 20-point margin. Enough time, but it's got to start at this end of the floor. Boatwright enjoying himself. Has it out top. Looks like he's feeling it. Great defensive effort by Gustalou. Boatwright will not impress his coach. Djordjevic to the ring for two. Starting to get himself going. And how Ostend need him right now. Boatwright looks at his options. Diver turns the corner. Little runner for two. Gets his little runner going. 6:30 to go. Ostend just struggling right now. And Jagiri's going to draw another foul on Solly. If you play behind and reach, the likelihood is you are going to pick up the personal. Carey gets it off a little back screen, feels the double team. Now he has one-on-one. Great effort by Sanli. Great block though by Weems. Really stayed active. And Besiktas' defense is again the factor. Boatwright spins inside outside, just finds Sanli, the wrong man perhaps. Strawberry for a long two is no good. Almost looked like he wanted to take it, he hadn't had a touch for a while. Djordjevic, offensive foul call on Jahkili. Here's the replay. Yeah, he was late. Late getting there for the screen, timing off, offensive foul. Solney's going to sit. Justelima steps back in. Stadler off the screen, gets his feet set. Put it in the book. Timeout for Ostend. Diebler with a three. Just underlines what a great start by Besiktas to the second half. Looking to get the show back on the road after the opening day defeat last week. They lead this 54-31. Timeout for Ostend. Back against the wall. Some answers needed.
Listen, I'm gonna change this trail and last moment go between. Crush the big man. Fuck it. One thing, in offense, hey, we go home.
It's an emotional moment
side to side.
in these timeouts. Basel Champions League. Apologies if you picked up the language. Coach Grishka trying to get this team, well, believing if nothing else, but trying defensively. They've been flat all night. Not getting through the screen, not actually getting to the perimeter shot. He's trying everything he can there. He'll talk to an official. He's tried to generate, he's challenged his guys as men. And he needs a response right now. Still enough time left in the game. But that response needs to come, and it needs to come quickly. Djordjevic down 23 points, 5:41 to go in the third. Fills the double team, finds the pass. So it's relentless. Open three is no good. Exactly what Besiktas wanted. Rush shot, not out of what Ostend were trying to run. Trying to turn the screw even tighter. Boatwright goes, well, I was going to say upstairs, but it didn't get above the first floor. Djordjevic into the half court, gets the early high screen. Sisi moves it back to Djordjevic, who now gets the high screen. Nowhere to go, moves it on. Ila for three is long. Moawema's going to knock that out of bounds, I think. No, ball's going to belong to Ostend. Gilly tries to back in, fills the double team. Great hands by Diebler, just read it. And that's another violation. And Ostend just cannot get anything going at the offensive end. Their defense isn't being effective to get anything from their defense. Offensively, Besiktas are just asking too many questions. The double team comes, the rotation away from the ball was tremendous. Off the glass, Lima's blocked, goes back up and one. That is the biggest statement by Lima compared to last week. Last week, that's a block, and he gives up on the play almost. Comes up with the offensive rebound. Finally gets a block, goes through 2 and 1, and Augusto Lima. Looking what Besiktas thought he was going to be. A factor on the inside, athletic, comes up and finishes plays. And Besiktas really trying to turn the screw even tighter on the home team. Still 4:24 to go in the first, but Ostend have 31 on the night. 10 in the second quarter, only 4 so far in the third. And Besiktas are trying to put this one away as early as they can. Sissi moves it on. Myers has it. Nowhere to go. Still feels the double team. Extra pass. Great scramble. They take the tough one after the 24. And that underlines Besiktas' dominance tonight. Another 24-second violation. Sapahi in the half court. We'll move it on. Here's Strawberry. Iver puts it down. Lima going to work. Draws contact. And they're going to call that unsportsmanlike. And the frustration boils over. And there's the unsportsmanlike from Myers. Just slapped across the shoulders. Good call by the official. 24 violation at the other end. Lima will shoot the unsportsmanlike. By the end of this possession, this could be a 30-point game. The home team, as good as they were last week, are struggling to function here. Lima goes 2 for 2. And with the possession after the 2 free throws, chance to, it could be a 30-point game. 3.5 to go in the third. Diver for 3, got it! Well, it's not raining, it's pouring. .31, real symmetry to the scoreline, 62 to 31. Are they going to count it, or was it before this foul called before? That, come off the screen, curl, get your feet set, knock it down, put them in the book. 3-point play to try and stop the bleeding. Chase Filer, chance to complete that 3-point play, which he does. It's got to be possession by possession now for Ostend. Get a stop, get a score, get a stop, get a score. Try and eat into this 28-point lead in this last 3 minutes of the third. Dive off baseline, little kick. Lima for the 2 is no good. CC comes off the high screen, wraps it. Salumu. I think he's just rolled his ankle. I think that's going to be sore. Maybe not as sore as I thought. Let's take a look. Oh, there you go. Oh, just hurts looking at it. He was still in the game, trying to walk it off. Lima has to back out. Vahi goes upstairs! And Lima misses his second dunk of the night. Way above the ring, can't finish the play. It's a little contact from Myers while he's in the air. Which the referee picks up and makes the call. Can't criticise the officials at all. They've had to deal with delay of game, stay focused themselves, a little bit of feistiness at a couple of points as Ostend's frustration boils over a little. Lima cannot complete. And it's absolutely relentless by Besiktas. Almost like a 1-2-2 or a 1-3-1 trap. Moema goes with the left hand off the glass, doesn't get the drop. And Besiktas hunt it down again. Besiktas again moved the ball so sweetly. Utaf can't get the three to drop. Lasisi. Last 2 minutes in the third. Lumu with the curl. Myers goes up in traffic. Can't finish the play. Great work on the glass by Fila, but he can't get it to drop. And the offensive woes for Ostend continue. Lima outside, looks to hand it off. Oh, tough finish. Strawberry just manufactured a finish. Wants the foul, but he's probably got a little leaned on. Myers comes out top. They'll offer him the three. Wow. Lasisi isolated, gets his feet set for the jump shot, knocks it down. Last 40 seconds of the third quarter. If they thought the start to the second period was bad enough, only 9 points in this quarter. As Besiktas turn it over, Shabahi will not please his coach. Castello comes back in. Makes his opening three of the night, Castello, but subsequently only has the 5 points. Got to become a bigger factor. Oh, that again, the defense stayed. They're not going to run at the ball. Ball's knocked away. Great follow. There's a frustrated huddle, if ever you've seen one.
They go with a 4 small, okay?
Respect, continue, regular. And our first defense.
After this, after pass, you're going wide. You're setting screen for screen.
Well, the issue in the timeout, really, apart from time, and time is beginning to run out, is that this lineup from Besiktas has got the shots it wants almost the whole game. They've moved the ball so well. Ostend have never been able to take them out of what they're running. And then that confidence and building it on your defense, as they have done this evening, has put them in such a strong position. And Ostend just have not found a way to slow them down, have not found a way to build on any defensive effort. And ultimately, Besiktas have just passed them and moved the ball so well that they've created advantage and have shot just a great set of percentages. A 30-point game after 3. Ostend, having won last week, would come into this home game very positively, and now they've got to salvage something. Points difference, if nothing else. This might not, this stranger things have happened, but it's not about necessarily just winning this game. It's about trying to reduce and damage limitation as you try and reduce the margin. Turnover, first possession, no, just couldn't be controlled. Oh, another turnover. Jaff steps back. Sabahi will call it, and the ball's in motion already. The ball doesn't stick. This team share it so well. Strawberry with advantage, stops and pops the 3, is long. Chance to run the other way. Salumu is fouled. Well, just about recovered by Myers, who flushes it for 2. They're inches away from another turnover. Just so happened to come off the leg of Mutaf. Strawberry turning the corner, kicks it. Mutaf in traffic is fouled. He'll go to the free throw line. Besiktas needed this type of response to the Champions League and the Turkish League loss last week. But with 8:40 to go, they lead this by a massive 30-point advantage. Salumu outside will get the pick and pop action. Salumu for 2, count it, and 1. Tony Jikili will step back in. Myers will sit. Arsenal completes. 3-point play. Oh, tough finish by Sabahi. So Sabahi goes, come down's right, crosses over, comes and penetrates on the left side, finishes back on the right hand side of the ring. There's something wrong defensively if you allow that to happen. Sisi outside the three-point line, moves it on. And it's yet another 24 violation. Better defensive effort. Mutsapto stops, fires the three. Is short, will chase his own, throws it back inbounds. Well, there's an effort on the floor here by Besiktas. Great effort. They get another full team. They're the team chasing everything down. Svahi, little hesitation, stops, takes the long two, and the banks are open late in Ostend. Svahi kisses the glass for two, and that's reward for the effort on the offensive boards, rewards to chase it down. And that sums it up. Besiktas have outworked Ostend as well as absolutely dominating them on the floor. Ostend take the timeout.
No problem. He picked the ball. We don't rebound. Around three guy picking the ball. Eh? I'm sorry, Evan. I'm very sorry, Evan. For LA. You and Jean point guys. Listen, try that we move the ball from side to side. They're switching us with the four. Okay, if they switch to the four, we need to look for execution. You, from down there, if they front, you need to flash so we have a high-low pass eventually. Okay? Okay. Go with the one.
Well, you heard what they thought about it in the Ostend timeout. Let's see if they can change it, see if they can make some inroads into this 31-point margin. Well, they talked about where they would switch to four. They did, but they could not execute against it. Svahi hands it off. Murat Kangula checks in. No option, helps him across, nowhere to make a pass. Well, they take the three, it's no good. Well, a lot of offense to get an off-balance three. Svahi will advance it, we got a whistle. And it looks, yep, offensive foul. Samet Yaik. Still trying to get action off the high pick and roll. Again, they just, instead of actually letting the play develop, make the read, they're just looking. They're trying to make plays happen. In transition, the three is just knocked down by Veseloglu. Wide open in transition. Ball movement out of the top drawer again for Besiktas. And this is a rout. Oh, the tough step back for Jean Salumu. If they're going to make any inroads, it's got to be at this end. Skiri gets a piece. And with 5 to go. Gula takes one for the team. There is no let up here for Besiktas, whatever it takes, they're looking to do. Luka Kozlulia in the game. It's his first time of the night. A Croat, who's just about 19 still. Here he is, we'll move it on. Slow gets his feet set. I haven't seen that enough tonight. Mid-range jump shot is no good. Quick release. Baisi attacks space. And Simon Baisi, the shooting guard at 194, the 20-year-old, announces himself in the game. Besiktas take the timeout because Silica will not want them to get sloppy. This is about a turning of a corner for them as well.
Geçen hafta yapıyoruz. Samet, bir rol buraya veriyor. Kız gibi atıyorsun hep. Omzunu koyup bitirsene kardeşim. Ya bunlara ihtiyacımız var. Şu anki maç önemli değil. Haydi ama. Ya bu oyunculuk için ihtiyacımız var. Takım biz. Şaşırmayın ya. Zevk al olacaksınız ya. Ömer. 3-2 time oynayacağız. 3-2 time. Ya buradan atarız ya da en son watch the play. If you get the ball directly right side.
So Güler will inbound. Ball's knocked away on the penetration, deep on the shot clock. Besiktas just trying to manage this game. Nothing crazy, getting everybody into the game. But Rulha will move it on. Skalou in traffic, just about gets the pass off, ball knocked away, still belongs to Ostend. Well, they get another 24-second violation, chance to run here. Omar Al will give it up. Gets it back, has a look at his options, which look to move it on.
Number 11, Luka Kozlulia.
Wow, the lift on the penetration. Great work on the glass. Yeah, could come up with a 2. Those things are never highlighted enough on stats, just an effort play. Strong finish. Reaching foul. as Tim Lambrecht went, tried to go down the middle. The big 2'6" forward. This is one of those days at the office that most of these Ostend players will want to forget. Well, just over 2:20 to go, and Besiktas in control. Foul on the penetration. Gula has been in this situation for a good few years. His team's dominant, and he's on the free throw line, but he goes 0 for 2. Two to go in the fourth, and Besiktas just trying to manage this one. Ostend just cannot get anything going offensively. Tough shot from the baseline is no good. And Gula has a chance to run. They automatically share it. Carl Weems, who's had another one of those Weem-like games. He has 10 points, but you hardly know he's been out there. 3 is no good. Work on the offensive glass as Gay gets another offensive rebound. It's one of those nights that Ostend fans who are staying to the bitter end here are going to want to forget. Little hesitation, little bounce pass down low. We've got to travel on the play. And Augusto Lima picks up a negative stat. Well, there may not be many traveling Besiktas fans. Those that are here have enjoyed themselves. It seems like a very long game with those delays with the table. Those Turkish fans won't mind one bit. Little pick and roll action. Filer down the middle is fouled as he goes up. Lima picks up the personal. Filler will go to the free throw line. Salih steps back in for the last minute 6. Not a solid day at the office for Shutak Salih. Into the half court then, into the last minute, into a win on the road that will take Besiktas to 1-on-1 and underline the tightness of this group. So Gula just lets it run out. Ostend look long, and Lebrecht can't handle it. Just about gets it back to Bruce in the lane with an interesting shot. Gula comes down with it, and they're going to run this one down. Shot clock, game clock in sync. Shot clock turned off. No need to shoot it. They're just going to let it go. And this has been an impressive night for Besiktas. After the disappointment of last week, they bounce right back. They win on the road here in Ostend, an Ostend team that won in Germany last week. They get a 77-49 road win. Lichkup in control from the first quarter. Poor middle section to the game for Ostend. They just ran out of offensive options. Happy coach, happy club, happy team, happy journey back. Ostend Go to Avellino next week. We've got a lot to think about. Besiktas shooting. Well, those stats don't really tell you the story of the game. After 3, the stats were very impressive. The fourth quarter was almost non-existent. Ostend would have approached this very, very positively after that great win on the road. Now it's back to the drawing board. Is this a 6-8 team as they were last year in the regular season? Or has Ostend got aspirations for more? Well, next week you'll find out a lot about this Ostend lineup. They don't break 50 points. The top scorer only has the 8. Besiktas 8. 9 guys tick the scoreboard over for Besiktas. The travelling fans getting recognised and respected by the team. They're having fun. They're going to have fun tonight in Ostend. Besiktas will enjoy the journey back. They snap a 2-game losing streak across all competitions and go to 1-1 in Group D alongside 5 other teams. In the second half, Sanli started by going straight down the gut of the defense, gets the little jump hook going. Kiri just takes the drop step, gives him the middle. Another look at it from another angle, still looks good. And then Boatwright just exploded early in the third. Inside, outside options, nothing but string. That moment there's almost a little bit of hope for Ostend when Djordjevic gets himself going. Really did think they had a chance, but not on a night where for 3 quarters Besiktas as a group shared the ball really well. Pablo with the 3 on that occasion. Well, it's going to be interesting to see how both these teams come out of this week's game. Both teams with the same record after tonight's game of 1-1, but both in very, very different places. Great news for Besiktas fans is in the back court without actually looking to turn to DJ Strawberry at the point. He got a lot of contributions across the point guard spot. Obviously Boatwright and Sabahi did a really nice job. The veteran Mutkangula came in. Just a tremendous team performance by Besiktas, moving the ball, finding the open man, knocking down open shots. It's a very simple game when it's played this well. So Besiktas look like they're back on track now, one of the favourites for Group D when this competition started. Surprising opening night loss at home, but they've got themselves back to parity at 1-1. But it didn't really matter what Ostend tried on the night. It was not good enough at all. From minute 1 to minute 40, Besiktas were in control. Well, when the bench came in, it was not too bad. But that'll do it. So it's good night from Ostend.